We just got a PC.
We just got a PC. We just got a PC. I wonder where it's from. eBay. It's from eBay. It's $530. Should you buy it? We're about to find out. But first, a word from today's sponsor.
Today's video is brought to you by our friends at Micro Center, who are currently celebrating Build Your Own Month with some awesome in-store savings. You can save hundreds on exclusive deals all throughout the month of August on build your own items, so you can upgrade or build a new gaming PC. Micro Center skilled technicians can walk you through the process, or even better, build you a PC and have it ready same day. Some of the good deals you can cash in on during Build Your Own Month at Micro Center are the Inland Performance 1TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD for only $57.99, or the Intel Core i7-12700K for $274. So what are you waiting for? Head over to your local Micro Center today to cash in on some awesome savings for the month of August, and check the links down below to see some of those deals before you drive to your local Micro Center. And big thanks again to Micro Center for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the video, shall we?
All right, guys, so we bought this gaming PC for $489 with tax and shipping, it ended up being $520, but right now they're selling it for $530, and it is from PC Master Com Seller with 914 feedback.
Yeah, so once again, this is something that I brought up more recently because we've looked at a lot of these eBay PCs, and I don't know why it never dawned on me, but I was like, I wonder what these eBay sellers are marking these PCs as, because you get a new case, you get a couple of new components, but then obviously it's using a second gen processor, which is over 10 years old. So I'm like, what do they market this PC as? And guess what? They all market them as new.
The Fanersai?
It's Sama though.
It is Sama, Fanersai, so that's kind of cool. I guess we'll see what this is. I don't think I can get to that. We're just gonna take all this packaging.
Out, maybe.
I will give them credit. Double boxing, good. Good on you for double boxing.
Pretty good.
It looks like we have a package up top, which I'm assuming is gonna have like our Wi-Fi and stuff included. You wanna just you give it a little slice for me, please. Wi-Fi included, but yeah, again, we're talking about a second gen i7 with what I believe is a 1660 Super. $500 is, we're definitely gonna have some bottlenecking situations with a second gen Intel i7 processor.
Oh no, another great example of just like, you're starting to get in the price range where it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, stick to the 2 to maybe 350 range for these like second gen, third gen, fourth gen combos, and then go beyond that for the nicer ones.
There is definitely a point of return where you shouldn't add a certain level of GPU with something like a second gen i7, and I think they're right at that line there with a normal 1660. I will clarify, it's a normal 1660.
Yeah, so bottlenecking might not be like absolutely terrible. Like, it's gonna play games as long as the PC works. That's always the fun part about these videos, is we never really know what exactly we're gonna get, and especially since this seller has good amount of feedback, but it's not like they're absolutely massive or anything.
There are a lot of really massive eBay sellers out there that have tens of thousands of feedbacks and reviews. This one is under 1,000 right now, so definitely learning, but so far, that's good to see. Some Instapack.
Me so scared.
So there's the Instapack, so you guys can see that this is extra protected, which again, going the extra mile. If you're gonna sell a PC at this price point, I would expect some really good packaging.
Yeah, we actually have the factory boxing, factory sheath. So yeah, this obviously is a new case. We're probably gonna have a new power supply. The motherboard, if I had to guess, is probably one of these like kind of China, basically remanufactured boards where they kind of take like old chipsets, put them onto a new motherboard. Now I will say, this isn't the end of the world, there is some denting.
Oh yes,
so you can see right here and here, the top's definitely pushed in a little bit, which isn't like I mean, honestly, it's flimsy. It's not the end of the world. Like, I personally wouldn't be that upset. I'd just kind of be like, oh, that sucks a little bit. Maybe a little bit more care when boxing. And also, it could have came like this.
It could have came like that. It is a cheaper Sama case, which those cases use cheaper materials. So, I mean, it could just be the case materials that it came with that caused that problem, but.
Yeah, so definitely that exact motherboard scenario I was talking about where because it even has USB 3, which these boards, to my knowledge, second gen, like, I don't really think ever had USB 3. If this is actually second gen, you didn't really see that till like third and fourth. We do have like what looks like a legit like OEM style 1660. That's nice to see. I'm glad it's not one of those kind of scary looking ones that you're like, is this real?
Now the biggest thing we've seen also with these is, I believe this has a 256 gig SSD and a 1TB hard drive. The hard drives are always ancient, which that I think is probably the worst offense calling this thing new, is I am pretty confident the hard drive is not new. If it is new, good, but I am pretty confident it's not. We'll verify that here in a second.
Yeah, so usually we're looking at the least, a used hard drive. What is this power supply?
That's what I was saying. ASA.
the Aza Paza.
The Azapaza.
So it's a
Wow.
550 watt that has no ratings or anything. Probably 80 plus white at the most. I would guess it just has no ratings at all. So we got what is this? A Seagate Skyhawk Lite. What is that lineup? It's 2 terabytes.
Oh, it's a 2 terabyte. Did we get a free upgrade?
Not as bad as we're
Okay,
used
so
to seeing,
2018.
but
We've seen
still
some
5 years old.
Yeah, we've seen some 2012 hard drives. 2018 is not bad. The SSD is hidden up here. You can't really tell which SSD it is, but it's there.
Oh, well, doesn't have branding, I don't think. Well, actually, it could be on the other side, I suppose, but I don't even see any sticker on the other side. Long story short, it's probably a really cheap SSD. We'll find out when we get into Windows, but so far we have a used hard drive that has definitely been used. I think we have a 2600, right? i7 2600?
Yes.
That's the idea. Maybe they upgraded us, but we know that that's used. There's no way that was just new on shelf, because that's from about 2012, I believe. We do get a new case, new power supply, but yeah, so it's almost half used, basically. Almost,
Yeah,
you know?
half used. I think
Graphics card definitely used too.
Yeah, definitely used as well. So that's the big thing here is this is not a new system. And I know with like eBay's like listing stuff, you can do new, used, or for parts. Is that normally the structure, or is it?
I feel like it's new,
Like
refurbished,
refurbished, okay.
then used, and then yeah, for parts.
I would probably list this under either used or refurbished.
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically, I wouldn't say it's technically refurbing the system, but there's a chance they got these parts, they cleaned them up, put them in there, and that could fall under refurbished, but that's kind of a very fine line.
Or just used.
Or just used to be safe. Used would be the safest bet. But let's see if it turns on. It looks like it turns on.
See, it almost makes it's kind of like taking an old, like, let's say, you know, like those companies that take the old consoles. It's like they took the old console, put in new storage, got a new power supply for it, and then called the console new.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
just
really
that's why how that
make
works.
sense.
Let's see the reset switch is for the RGB. It is.
Ooh.
Cool. So, I mean, we like Sama cases, let alone this
Yeah.
pre-built. Sama makes some pretty good budget cases. We absolutely love that. I will say, Sama does have some micro ATX versions that would make a little more sense for that motherboard, because that is like a almost mini ITX style motherboard, a very small micro
Very skinny.
ATX.
They definitely could have done better at cable management. I think we showed it a little bit, but yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of room in this case, but like, I think we literally just built one of these. I mean, we managed to make it to where there's like literally just 2 cable runs the whole way. Pretty clean. It is ARGB. That's really cool. You don't see that a lot in these cheaper builds, so that's nice to see. I mean, overall, if the build works, I'm glad that we made it that far. It's just, we're probably gonna be on the same consensus this whole video, where it's like a little bit of bottlenecking. It'd be different if it had like a 6th, 7th, or 8th gen like I series, but this is just kind of mixing really old hardware with some newer used hardware.
And the real question is this a 2nd gen i7 gonna be a better option versus one of those i5 6500 systems? You see a ton of those. Is the extra threading on a very old processor gonna help? Well, we're gonna find out in some games and just see how it performs. All right, guys, we are now in Warzone, and McAllister's running off, and I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, we're going to drop in. We're currently running the Balance preset with Balance FSR 1.0, and we're having our first experience of CPU bottlenecks right now, ladies and gentlemen. That 2600 is at 97, 98% pretty consistently.
Don't worry, it won't be the last time we have CPU bottleneck.
It won't be the last time when we're talking about a CPU that's, how old is the CPU now? I feel like it was released in like doors stuck.
I thought it was 2012, but I'm gonna look it up and make sure.
Yeah, this is, oh God, yeah, this is rough.
2011, in January of 2011. That means that it's like about 13 years old.
13-year-old CPU is doing 13-year-old CPU stuff. It's limiting us to 30 FPS in Warzone. I'll be honest, guys, like this ain't ideal, because there's so many computers nowadays that, yes, most of them are like cheap office computer upgrades, but you can get those for like $500, and they have much better performance than this.
Yeah, this is a great example of why, like, you know, we have a PC selling business, and we typically will, if we have something like a 2nd gen i7, they're still useful. They shouldn't just be thrown away. I know some people will argue that. Some people will say, they're not even worth keeping, like just throw them away. No, we're not like that. We believe in reduce, reuse, and recycle, but don't use a 1660 with it. Use like a RX 560 or like an RX 460 or something that's about half the performance of the 1660 and hopefully half the price. I know 1660s are cheap as heck, but let's be real, instead of spending $100 in a 1660 and having a really bottlenecked build, spend about $50 and get a cheaper graphics card and make the build cheaper, so that then it makes a little more sense. Because this is a good example of like, since the build is overall mostly new, I would have just gone 10th gen. I would have gotten like a 10th gen i3, because it would run circles, I mean, all day, every day around this CPU. But hey, it won't stop us.
The guy just went, wow. Ah! Oh.
He's missing. He sucks.
It's like Christmas morning here at the Toast Grills, guys. We got our new camera. And you're not seeing it right now, but you will be seeing it in future videos. No!
Dang, that guy had armor plates for days. Dude, that gun's crazy. He's still underwater.
He lasered me from up there, underwater, but I mean, that's all you really need to see from Warzone, guys. It was not a fun experience. Let's play Overwatch because I think that might be a little better for this computer.
All right, guys, we're playing Overwatch, and we're on 920 by 1080. Let's see, do we have, I think we might have...
What you looking for?
I was trying to see, do we have like VSync or like the,
no, I think it's just the menu
off?
limits the 60, so then
High
high.
settings, and then do we don't have, okay, no render scaling on.
Nope.
So this is just native 1080p, and it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, this is, I mean, Overwatch 2, much simpler game to run than Warzone, so we'll give it that, but it is getting 100 plus FPS, so for this use case, it's definitely working.
Get away.
Get back to your Reinhardt.
Get back to my Ryan grind, guys. I'm playing real ranked too for the most
Ryan grind.
The most accurate experience ever. Honestly, didn't even mean to queue up for ranked. It was like instinctual. I'm like, I'm at home.
I'm gonna play ranked.
I will admit though, yeah, this is just a better example of like a well-optimized game that's not quite as hard to run. So, you know, this is a type of situation where this PC could make sense, but we still don't exactly think it's quite worth the money.
And even then, we're still not fully utilizing our GPU. We're at like 80 to 90% of the CPU.
Yeah.
So it's still bottlenecked, like regardless of the easy to run game. I mean, it runs fine, so really does the bottleneck even matter? But again, like not even be able to play Warzone. I don't even think that Warzone was a playable experience, if I'm being honest. It was not fun at all, so.
We're just really good at what we do, so we made it playable.
We just made it work.
No, yeah, get pushed off. Yeah,
the bullying.
Yeah.
The bullying is happening.
Oh
yes.
Yeah, we got
spot.
the flank. Dude, if I only had my ult, that would be ignorant. I'm gonna die.
Oh man, it was working so good. Run, Diva, run!
Oh, I got my life saved. All right, here we go.
Nerf this.
Oh God, they ran away.
Ow! Oh, you couldn't get back in your swoop. But it looks like your team got it.
I think they got it. Who are you? Get out of here, you little healer. Buddy. Oh God, not again.
Oh, you're still going.
Dude, these guys are. Oh,
you got
didn't
it.
make it. Yeah.
Yes.
One thing I don't like about the boost is I can never tell like where why is this guy still up here? I can never tell like where I just ended up.
Nerf this.
Yeah. All right. I'm going back. So what?
Got your ult. There we go.
What? Okay, there it goes. Oh, that was. Wait.
I think
I
it's
only
got
killed Mercy?
Just Mercy.
I thought that was gonna be like a team kill. Actually, this PC holds up pretty well in action. I'll give it
Yeah,
that.
it's not bad. Getting into like the 90s here and there. Still
I don't
pretty
really
good.
feel like I should give the PC. I think it's just. I'm just gonna giving Overwatch credit, honestly.
Yeah, Overwatch
Good
runs
job.
really well.
Honestly, tank diff, but we still won. It's whatever.
Still won, not too bad, but hey, Overwatch is an example of the game. Esports titles will run fine, but again, we're talking about a computer for $500. There are better options out there. What we're going to do is test in some other games that'll definitely stress that CPU bottleneck, and then we'll wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking our eBay PC, and overall, we do have to give props to the PC just showing up in good shape and actually working, but we do just have some pointers on the price and obviously the bottleneck performance.
Yeah, this is a case where a newer i5 would be better than an i7, and we've seen a lot of pre-builds at this price point with like the i5 6500. Now, yes, that's not a great CPU either, but we have seen better performance with those with stuff like RTX 2060s and 1660 level cards. So if we're to give advice to the seller, maybe look at some of ththose OEM boards with newer 6th gen i5s or i7s. Then if the price stays at $500, that would be a much better buy. It's just really hard to recommend for $500 a 2nd gen i7 system, regardless of the 4 cores and 8 threads. It's a much older architecture and there are better options out there. But if you want to take a look at this PC yourself, check the links down below and let us know what you think about this PC as a whole in terms of the value for money. It's got RGB, it's got a decent graphics card, but is that i7 a deal breaker for you? Let us know down below.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
So now that we've taken a look at this PC, we're going to be doing some cleaning, we're going to be doing some optimization, and then we will be selling at PC Bros with a 1-year warranty.
PC Bros on Tech. We sell gaming PCs, we sell gaming laptops, and we sell desk mats and build mats. If you want one of those, take a look at the website today and use code ToastyBros2 and check out. Save 2% on your next purchase. See you guys later.
Peace
Goodbye.
out.